नमस्कार आणि येवकार तुमकां एका खाशेल्या कार्यावळीत. लॉकडावन जेन्ना म्हणटा, जेन्ना घरा रावचें पडटा तेन्ना बरोचसो एक प्रश्न पडटा की करचें तरी कितें. कितको म्हण तूं फॅमिली वांगडा टायम स्पेंड करतलो, कितको म्हण तूं क्रिएटीव जातलो. आनी अशा टायमार खंय तरी आपली एक इफ यू आर ऑफ माय एज तेन्ना तुमकां आपली हॉबी याद जाता. इफ यू आर हॅविंग अ किड देन तुमकां बरेंचदा ताच्या वांगडा खंय तरी कनेक्ट जाता इफ यू स्टार्टिंग पेंटिंग. वन बेस्ट थिंग which happened during lockdown time was my wife went out to market and happened to get a brush and some paints. She got it home and I have a 4-year-old son. So taka tane te dile and he started painting, and every time he would come to me and said, chalo painting karte hain. Typical, Masha and the Bear voice or maybe Peppa Pig sound. That's what the children usually watch. So he started painting, scribbling, and then when he would get bored, तो काढून म्हाका ब्रश दितालो म्हणटालो आतां तूं कर, तूं सद्दां दाखय म्हाका, देन ही वूड टेल मी समथींग की ऑक्टोपस करून दाखय आपल्याक, देन पेंग्वीन करता. सो ऑल दिस इंटरेस्टिंग थिंग हॅपन्ड. सो at times when you speak about lockdown it's quite negative ki आम्ही घरान बसल्यात, but then again you end up spending a lot of good creative time as well. And I sometimes wonder ki I wish I should have taken a little painting and pursued my hobby. So no regrets, but usually जेन्ना हांव विचार केलो की प्रोग्राम करपाचो की what happens is usually April, May and vacation time is where you send your children to workshop and all these things, hobby classes and that. But आता सध्या जेन्ना लॉकडावन आसा तेन्ना हे जे रिसोर्स पर्सन्स आसा ते सध्या कितें करता आनी हाव इनोवेटीव हॅज कोरोना बीन एबल टू चेंज द वे वी टीच थिंग्स और पर्स्यू आवर हॉबीज. ह्या खातीर म्हाजे कडेन एक इंटरेस्टिंग पॅनल आसा. युजली पॅनल्स आर ऑलवेज मेल डॉमिनेटेड, but this is a slight change that I have. I have 3 women who pursue their hobbies and obviously teach this hobbies. So I have Beena Gangani with me. Beena, hi. I have Sheetal Kamat, जी पणजेच्या आसा, ती हॉबी क्लासेसान इंडल्ज करता. Sheetal, hi.
Hi.
Okay. And I have Anwesha Singbal, की ताका वेगळी ओळख करपाची गरज ना. All these 3 women, and especially Anwesha has been quite doing a lot of work when it comes to pursuing hobbies or teaching kids. So welcome you all on this show. It's nothing going to be very serious. It's going to be a very light kind of a conversation. I'll go straight to Beena and ask you, how has this lockdown treated you?
Lockdown has been, it's had its pros and cons. It's been relaxing in a way, but at the same time, it's been stagnant in a way that, a human being, a social animal, you can say, you need to be in contact with people, you need to be communicating all the time. It's been difficult when you're just kept back home all the time and you're just by yourself. But at the same time, if you look at the good part of it, you've got to spend a lot of time with your family, which you generally miss out on. You get time for your own hobbies, for all your good times that you've always been missing out because you keep working all the time. So yes, I've looked at it at the positive end. Yes, of course, I've enjoyed.
Oh, great. Anwesha, you've been vacation time. I always hear your name. A lot of activities that you do. Again, lockdown is something blessing in disguise, or it is a boring thing that has happened to you because you are at home?
Not really. म्हणजे हांवें खूप जाणांक म्हळें की आय डोंट नो वेदर कोरोना इज गोइंग टू किल मी, बट द आयसोलेशन विल सर्टनली डू. कारण अजिबात घरा रावपाची संवय ना, अजिबात एकटे रावपाची संवय ना म्हाकाय बी आनी म्हज्या घोवाकूय बी. आनी आमचें घर एक अड्डो कसो, म्हणजे सगळे जाण आमगेर येत असतात. सो खूप त्रास जाले, अजूनय जातात टू अ ग्रेट एक्सटेंट, बट तातूंतल्यानूय केन्ना केन्ना वाट मेळटा फायनली. सो आय एम थँकफूल टू टेक्नॉलॉजी, आय मस्ट से. ज्या टेक्नॉलॉजीक आमी सदांच ब्लेम करतात, थँकफूल टू इट की हांव स्वता खातीरूय खूप कितें करपाक पावलें आनी दुसऱ्यां खातीरूय खूप कितें करपाक पावलें. कारण खूप जाणांक तूं जशें म्हणटा की कितें करप हाची वाट मेळनाशिल्ली. So thanks to technology, a lot of things could be worked out during these days, and these are usually my busiest days, vacations.
Yeah, true.
So camps, more activities, more, but all that is on hold as far as practical, physical things are concerned. But a lot of things are happening backhand. Yeah.
Okay, I'll go to Sheetal, madam. तुमचे अगेन फर्स्ट इनिशियल रिएक्शन लॉकडाऊन 1 लॉकडाऊन 2.0 नाव लॉकडाऊन 3.0 हाव थिंग्स आर एट युअर प्लेस.
It was सांगपाक म्हणल्यार it was very stressful. Like म्हणजे हांव अशें चिंतलें की how can I live without my kids and that musty and fun what I used to share in the class and that atmosphere. ते भुरग्याचे म्हणजे भुरग्या शिवाय रावपाची संवयच नाशिल्ली. It was my daily routine. I was missing. Finished for my classes in 2021. Till today I've never stayed at home. म्हणजे घरा रावपाची संवयच नाशिल्ली. So routine with the children and activity that full of fun and all that.
Yeah.
So I was missing everything.
All of you are related in hobby classes, workshops. आता म्हाका एक सांगा जेन्ना हे अशें लॉकडावन जालें आतां तुमीच म्हटलें मॅडम की you have been disconnected with your students. How 3 of you are dealing with this dilemma? जेन्ना लॉकडावन आसा भुरग्यांकूय इंट्रस्ट आसा भुरगींय घरा कडेन आसा पेरंट्सूय घरा कडेन आसा युजली अशें जाता की वेकेशन टायमार खंय तरी तांकां एंगेज करपाचें आसता. मॅडम बीना इफ यू कॅन स्पीक ऑन दीस पार्ट ऑफ द स्टोरी.
Remaining in contact with students would be very important because probably for me and the rest of the ladies out here, it's been an important part of life. It's children have been family, I can say to me. So it was absolutely difficult in the first week to be without classes, to be without the children around. We have this WhatsApp group where all the children from day one to now different batches asa, different age groups asa, tanche वेगवेगळे groups asa on WhatsApp. So that came to use full utilization. We started up with small activities initially. खूप discussions आले. There was a lot of corona messages coming constantly. So and there was a lot of negativity you felt on the group. So I decided to convert this to positivity and bring the same energy what the children are diverting, and parents are diverting. Let's put it in a better way. We decided right in the first week to make a small video where all the kids can send small cuttings, video cuttings of themselves talking about corona.
Okay.
And then that's where the excitement started. The first week itself, like the second or third day, let's take lockdown in a positive manner. So there were cuttings from kids coming in different ways, and we put it together, and that's where we began.
Awesome. Sheetal madam, how this lockdown and how have you used this digital technology? Magi te WhatsApp asu kiwa magi Skype, Zoom asu in connecting students and yeah.
Yeah, continuously children were sending me drawings. So घरा कडेन आशिल्ल्या कारणान तांकां सुटी पडिल्ल्या कारणान आनी आवय बापायन कितें आसता तांचे बरोबर बसूंक मेळना. They have their other duties, responsibilities, commitments. So they started drawing and sending me on the WhatsApp. Then I used to give them corrections. मागीर खूब competitions आयली मदीं. That also they took part in that. So that also corrections was given on the WhatsApp. Then slowly I gave them like opportunity. Now my status is your status. You have to update my status. So unbelievable, like till 11 o'clock or 11:30 they used to send me drawings. Ma'am, मजा update करता नी तुमचे status. So this was an encouragement for them and little boost for them. So like ती इंटरेस्ट घेवपा लागली. कोण करना आशिल्ली पळय ड्रॉइंग सुद्दां बसून वाजेताली बिकॉज ऑफ कोरोना. ती घरा कडेन रावून सो ती सुद्दां करून मॅम म्हजे घालतले हां आनी सगळे लोक पळयतले हां मागीर कमेंट्स मारतले हां मागीर कितें सो लायक्स पडटले. सो दॅट्स वाय दे ऑल्सो गॉट एनकरेज एंड दे स्टार्टेड कंटिन्युअसली ड्रॉइंग. सो इट वेंट लायक 15 to 20 days. It was non-stop. Status was continuing with the children's posts.
Okay. Anwesha, tell me how this digital thing is helping, because you have a gang of creative people. Whenever I see you, a lot of creative people with you. Digital technology आणि हे अशा कोरोनाच्या टायमार आर्ट किंवा परफॉर्मन्स आर्ट जेन्ना आमी शिकयता तेन्ना how was your take?
रोहित, जेन्ना तुका खंयच्याच प्रश्नाची उत्तरां मेळना पळय, यू शूड गो टू चिल्ड्रन एंड दे हॅव ऑल द आन्सर्स टू युअर क्वेश्चन्स. युअर स्ट्रेस्ड, किंवा फ्रस्ट्रेशन टू एव्हरीथिंग. प्रॉब्लेम सगळं जाता तो आमकां जाणट्यांक जाता. सो when lockdown started, in fact parents started to send me small videos of things that children are doing at home. आणि from I mean they were ranging from everything, म्हणजे ड्रॉइंग, पेंटिंग धरून घरान भितर किचनान काम करपाचें धरून सगळें. आणि थंयच्यान आमची सगळ्यात पयलो जी कॅम्पेन किंवा इनिशिएटिव्ह सुरू जालो तो त्या इन्स्पिरेशनांतल्यान, त्या भुरग्यांच्या एनर्जींतल्यान जालो. अँड वी स्टार्टेड समथिंग कॉल्ड एज गो कोरोना क्रिएटिव्ह रहोना. आणि आमी जस्ट एक अपील केलो पॅरंट्सांक की तुमची भुरगीं घराचे कितें करतात ते आमकां जस्ट एक ल्हानसो एक मिनटाचो व्हिडिओ करून धाडात. So that we can share it on our social media platforms and just spread positive energy across. कित्याक अशा वेळार बाकीचे बी ह्याच प्रवाहान आसात आनी आमी सगळे मेळून हे एकठांय मुखार वचूंक शकता. हें जाणा खूब इम्पॉर्टंट आशिल्लें अँड दॅट वर्क व्हेरी वेल. म्हणजे आतां आमच्या सोशल मिडिया पेजीचेर ऑलमोस्ट मोर दॅन 100 व्हिडिओज आसात फ्रॉम अक्रॉस इंडिया, नॉट जस्ट गोवा, भायल्यान सुद्धा. आणि ते कंटिन्युअस शेअर जाता आणि यू फील रियली गुड की इट्स नॉट जस्ट यू, तू बाकीची भुरगीं कितें कितें करता ते तुमकां पळोवंक मेळटा. यू गेट डिफरंट आयडियाज फ्रॉम दॅट. आणि फ्रॉम देर मागीर म्हाका आनी काय करचें पडलें ना. पेरंट्स ओनली स्टार्टेड टू टेल मी हे करया ते करया अँड देन अदर कॅम्पेन स्टार्टेड टू रन फ्रॉम देर.
इफ आय कॅन आस्क बीना, यू ऑल्सो आतां हें तुमी तुमच्या लेवलाचेर करता, तूं वॉट्सॅप किंवा त्या एक सर्टन कम्युनिटीक करता किंवा त्या एरिये खातीर करता. आयज जेन्ना आमी insider.in चेर पळयता किंवा बूक माय शो सारके हेजेर युजली आमी मुवीज थंयसर बूक करतात किंवा स्पेशल थिएटर वॉट एवर XYZ एक्टिविटीज आमी. इफ यू वॉच इट टुडे देर आर लॉट ऑफ एक्टिविटीज, कॉन्फरन्सीस म्हणा किंवा सेमिनार्स म्हणा, वर्कशॉप्स म्हणा, हॉबी क्लासेस म्हणा, विच आर हॅपनिंग via XYZ platforms and they are all on that. So it is, do you think it is a level playing field today ki as ami poitale ki there was an XYZ celebrity used to do it in a different fashion because he had money, resources, everything, and in stardom today everybody is at one level.
I would say for art, I think a one-to-one or a face-to-face way of teaching is required. Otherwise, it's a commercial platform. For a commercial platform, yes, if somebody is looking towards that, it's perfect, it's fine. People out there are looking at art in a commercial manner also. But if you're looking for pure art or the true art, the teaching in the true sense, it's always one-to-one. I don't think just getting on a commercial way of teaching through the net or this really helps, because for an age group that we are all tackling with now, that is the kids.
Yeah.
They need that touch, they need that attention, which is really not possible on the internet that's happening, on the internet platform. So I would definitely prefer a one-to-one or a face-to-face.
मॅडम, अशें जेन्ना आमी वेबसायट्स पळयता आनी आयचे जे कोर्सेस आनी वेबिनार्स पळयता आमी, वॉट इज युअर टेक? इज इट हेल्पिंग स्टुडंट्स ऑर ऑब्वियसली प्रत्येकाचे प्रोज आनी कॉन्स असतात, सो वॉट इज युअर टेक ऑन दॅट?
बेनान सांगलें तशेंच वन टू वन एटेन्शन ते सारखे कमर्शियल प्लॅटफॉर्माचेर दीस एक वन टू वन एटेन्शन भुरग्यांक सारखे डेमो दिवन लायव्ह डेमॉन्स्ट्रेशन दिवनूच शिकोवचें पडटा. So it is helping out, but still there is a difference when you are teaching one to one.
So there is personal attention, personal connect that जो वता जेन्ना तुमी एक 20 भुरग्यांक करता किंवा एक 10 भुरग्यां खातीर एक क्लास घेता. अन्वेषा, यू ऑल्सो आर क्लोज टू रायटिंग, थिएटर बिटर सगळें. what is your take? आमी बरेचदा म्हणटा की फॉर अ एज ग्रुप ऑफ मे बी 15+ or 20+, there are master classes on YouTube, there are special आयज तर बायजू सारखे आसा, अन अकॅडमी सारखे वेगवेगळे वेबसायट स्टार्टअप्स आसा. You obviously also cater to a very selected age group. What is your take on that? Digital learning जे आमी म्हणटा.
Right. No, I absolutely agree with Beena and other madam also, because even आता for example आम्ही storytelling classes करता. हांवें दुसरी campaign start केली ती stories आशिल्ली. But I would always want my जे म्हाका पळयतात, जांकां हांव काणी सांगता, ते म्हज्या मुखार आशिल्ले म्हाका सदांच आवडटाले. I would want to see their reaction. I would want to have that connect with them. जे सध्या जाता म्हणजे right, absolutely. ऍब्सोल्युटली या सध्या बाकीच्या सगळ्या प्लॅटफॉर्माचेर जे चल्ला इज ऑल्सो बिकॉज नोबडी वॉन्ट्स टू लीव दॅट कनेक्ट. कोणाकूच आपण फाटी पडिल्लो नाका किंवा आपल्याक विसरिल्ले नाका बेसिकली. सो वेबसायट्स जावं नाजाल्यार बाकीचे सगळे चॅनल्स जावं एवरीबडी वॉन्ट्स टू बी देर की हे लॉकडाऊन जाले म्हणून तुम्ही आमकां विसरनाका हो सगळ्यांचो सध्या ट्राय चल्ला. सो ऑल दीस वील बी सप्लिमेंटरी. हे सगळे एडिशनल हेल्प जातले. बट म्हाका लॉकडाऊन सोंपतकर सगळ्यात पयलीं म्हज्या स्कुलान परत वचून क्लासीस सुरू करपाक आवडटले. आय एम शुअर ऑल माय मेंटर्स आर ऑल्सो वेटिंग फॉर दॅट अँड ऑल माय चिल्ड्रन आर ऑल्सो वेटिंग फॉर दॅट. एब्सोल्युटली.
True. One last question before I end this show is, आम्ही obviously hobbyचेर उलयले, co-curricular activityचेर उलयले, and especially you deal with a certain section of students, की young जो brigade आसा आमचो ताका. How important is hobby for a child when especially in the growing years? If Sheetal madam can start, I will ask everybody to give their feedback as well.
हॉबी तांची आसाच पण इट हेल्प्स लॉट इन मेकिंग चार्ट्स. आतां म्हज्यो क्लासी हांव भुरग्यांक पळय दिता शिकयता त्यो भुरग्यांक नॉट ओन्ली एज अ हॉबी आय डेवलप द आर्ट इन देम टू face whatever they have in the society, like for example posters करपाचे असतात त्यांचे assignments, projects. Even it helps lot of help they get in during diagrams, journals. So हे सगळे तांकां हेल्प जाता हे लेवलाचेर. So it's not only hobby or restricted to some art. It is wide range. What I can say about it. So in तांच्या फ्युचरूय हाचेर डिपेंड आसा. लायक ते खंयच्याय फिल्डान जर गेले जाल्यार art is required. So it's not necessary that a child who is learning with me should go further in fine arts or anything. But architecture खंयच्याय फिल्डान गेले जाल्यार ताका ही just शिकता. It's like investment for him for the future.
Okay.
This is
Beena,
what I believe.
Okay. Beena, if you can answer this question to me.
Yeah,
How
hobby, I
important
would
is
say, to begin with, in conditions like the lockdown, it's very important because it keeps the child busy, away from unnecessary distraction like the television or the mobile. Extraordinary, I mean, which is not really required. Otherwise, you'll generally find the kids, growing kids, sitting up with the video games or the mobile games, which is quite harmful. So, hobby, as of now, definitely helps a lot. In a general situation, hobbies are important because you never know, you're tapping the student's mind or the child's mind. Tomorrow you can have a student who's having a liking for art may become one of the greatest artists. Not everybody has. Some are just enjoying it. Or a child going for music may become, may realize, okay, this is my potential. So you are helping through a hobby. You're helping a child to channelize, or you're tapping in some way or another. You're tapping their liking for a particular field in the longer run. Even if you're not tapping their liking for the field, it's something that gives them pleasure. At the end of the day, you need that happiness. You need that satisfaction that I have done something which has made me happy. That itself is our satisfaction, and that is what is, I would say, my achievement.
I think in this turbulent time you have to be happy, Beena. Anwesha, if you can add on to the last question that I asked.
रोहित, आय थिंक कोरोनाचे सगळ्यात पॉझिटिव्ह कितें आसत जाल्यार हेच आसतलें की आमकां रियलायज जाला आर्ट मॅटर्स अ लॉट. म्हणजे आमी सदांच खूबदां इग्नोर केला किंवा आर्ट म्युझिक ह्या सगळ्यांक आमी सदांच सेकंडरी लेवलाचेर दवरला. नॉट जस्ट चिल्ड्रन, कितल्याशाच बायलांक आपूण कितें पयलीं करताले ते आतां याद जाले. कितल्योश्योच हॉबीज तांकां परत याद जाल्यो. I have seen so many men go in the kitchen and cook. I mean, they have realized that they can cook. They have realized they can enjoy cooking. I mean, a lot of things are no more just about म्हणजे हांवच करूंक शकता किंवा हांव करूंक शकना.
There was Anwesha, if I can just interrupt you, there was no escape route for a husband. You can continue now.
I will only hope that this continues आणि हे कोरोना पुरते उरनासतना मागीरूय बी कंटिन्यू जावचे इतले होप करपाक शकता हांव. And amidst all this, I think parents have realized की म्हजो भुरगो फाल्यां आर्टिस्ट जालो, सिंगर जालो, कितें जालो तरी सर्वायव जातलो. कारण खुबश्या पेरंट्सांक दिसतालें की ना, दिस इज नॉट वर्थ गिविंग अ ट्राय एज अ प्रोफेशन. हें तूं एडिशनल म्हणून कर किंवा तुका उमेद म्हणून कर. पण तूं हें केलें जाल्यार तूं सर्वायव जातलो काय ना. बट आतां म्हाका केन्ना केन्ना दिसता की probably it's only the artists, all these creative people are going to survive better in this time than people who don't have this creative background or things. So I'm also very म्हणजे म्हाका केन्ना केन्ना स्वताचेरूय गर्व जाता की हांवें खुबश्या भुरग्यांक थोडोसो तो प्लॅटफॉर्मूय दिला. And I feel good for people like Beena or Sheetal or a lot of other people who are doing these things in these times and who have म्हणजे helped create this hope की खंयचेय फॉर्म, खंयचेय आर्ट फॉर्म आमकां असल्या टफ टायमांतल्यान भायर काडपाक शकता. सो थँक्स टू ऑल दीज आर्ट फॉर्म्स.
वेल डेफिनेटली माझा टाइम अप झाला, बट आय नेवर थॉट दॅट दिस काइंड ऑफ अ डिस्कशन वूड बी सो इंटरेस्टिंग, इंट्रिगिंग. आणि जेन्ना आमी उलयता तेन्ना आमी डेफिनेटली यू हॅव सीन ऑल द वर्क्स दॅट द स्टुडंट्स हॅव डन, एस्पेशली ऑल दीज 3 लेडीज दॅट वर पार्ट ऑफ दीस डिस्कशन. तांच्या स्टुडंट्सांनी कितें कितें काम केलां तें आसतलें. आणि आय स्टार्टेड विथ गिवींग माय दी एक्झाम्पल ऑफ माय सन. एन आय खूब वर्सां जालीं जायत की म्हाका हांवें ब्रश आनी पेंटिंगान काम केलां. आय जस्ट ड्रीव समथींग which I'd like to share. It's not a perfect work from my side, but this is what I felt was apt for a corona time, especially the lockdown 1.0. वेल थँक्यू व्हेरी मच. तुमकां जर हो कार्यक्रम आवडलो आसा जाल्यार मुजरत टेक्स्ट करा. युट्यूबाचेर जर तुमी पळयता जाल्यार आवर्जून कमेंट करा. आणि अशे जर प्रोग्राम जर तुमकां जाय जाल्यार आवर्जून आमकां फोन करून सांगा. वी कॅन डिवायज समथींग विथ ऑल दीस 3 लेडीज अँड कम अप विथ समथींग इंटरेस्टिंग ड्युरिंग दीस करोना 3.0. Anwesha, thank you, Anwesha, for joining us. Again,
Thanks Rohit for having us here. Thank you so much.
Yeah, Beena, thank you very much.
My pleasure. It's been nice. It's really been a good experience.
Okay, and Sheetal madam, thank you very much for joining all 3 of you. Pleasure it was.